is Tariq Talk. Your host, Tariq Mendez, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tariq Talk.
This one specifically, this one was inspired by one of my ceremonies in Mexico, and just fire played such a big role, just creating that area of protection, they call it the abuelo, grandfather. So,
was this in Tulum when you went to Tulum?
Yeah, I did a bunch of the Temazcal, and the sweat lodge, and then we did I did a one plant medicine ceremony, hickory, in the jungle. That was an hour long time. Yeah, that was an hour. So this one, I'm really pulling from that hickory experience.
And was this did you draw this in the moment, or was this something you pulled from subconscious when you were here? Did you use sketches before finishing this?
No, I did that hair, this hair, but it's just really the energy, a lot of the themes and the characters. Yeah. It's just pulling from some of those experiences, but also just pulling from just that influence. Yeah. Sometimes I keep my mask around, a couple of things. There's a bunch underneath the table as well. Yeah. And so sometimes those I keep them around just to serve some energy, inspiration.
And that's we had the same thing in Brazil too, I can hear the drums and stuff.
Yeah, and we did a lot of that camping, dancing around the fire.
That's amazing. And can you tell me a little bit about this series here?
Oh yeah, so these are actually the last ones I did, most recent, sometime even within the last week. And these are still to mixture. You start with these. So these are inspired by culture from a tribe from the Ivory Coast, the Yakuba. And they have these girls that they do these acrobatic dances with the men in the village, and they take them and they swing them around and they throw them in the air. Wow. And they have these long lines that they catch on the tip of the knife without cutting them. It's like a whole ceremony. Yeah. And so that's what the features, the actual beings pulled from. And then over here, this is basically like a deity that I wanted to create to basically pull from their culture, as if just kind of reimagining what their deity would look like. And this is one of my characters I talk about, Perfect Skin. Yeah. Standing behind on the side, it's just kind of pairing two different worlds together, painting my world that I'm kind of imagining that's inspired by different tribes. Yeah. And a world that very much exists already, a culture that very much exists already. And so all of these are different, some are different symbols. This one is it stands for the great spirit within, and so that's why her eyes are green. It's maybe like Avatar. We watch Avatar. Last Airbender. Yeah, so it's some of that similar concept, and that great spirit which represents the Avatar is all born into this being, and so he's kind of a protective figure as well. And this one is the symbol for the village, Majiapu. This is the Majiapu symbol, which stands for blue water. This is the warrior's path. And I'm forgetting I didn't get this one. It's in my book somewhere.
That's beautiful. I love the pop of color and use the mixed media here. Is there anything else you want to share?
Oh, these. So these I did last year. And these are basically just kind of the catalyst that I think inspired a lot of the creative hand. So these are the ones that are just inspired by the mind. That's kind of some of the masks I saw. So that whole process, I saw these masks when I was in Tulum. I just photographed them. Just to kind of, sometimes I do that, just I'll photograph stuff. Even if I don't have an idea, a concrete idea, I'll photograph it just to keep it for later. Yeah. So after I finally returned last year, I just started going through some of my images, and this whole concept came up. And this actually has a lot of mixed media. There's paper behind it, paper receipts.
Oh, I see. And the card.
Yeah, the card. The face in this one is dry to paint. So
oh, I see.
I'll peel. Just peel these off. this one has a lot of paper towel.
That's right there. I love the cracking, I love the texture.
So like this is the actual, it's a medium, it's acrylic called cracker paste, and they have like a creamy consistency, and then once you put it down and let it stay, it dries with these little textures and it has a cracking tension. Yeah, and so those are in a bunch of these. That's all cracker paste, even this, and so it curates it really cool and crackers on there.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's very cool.
Thank you for listening to Tariq Talk. Follow Tariq Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online. This is Tariq Talk. Your host, Tariq Mendez, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tariq Talk.
This, this is a color study from music video, and then I do this.
This one is it, right?
Yeah, and I do this when I did, and then I reassembled these photographs. You can see how they're kind of put together. Then I added color because it's a black and white, and then it was a color study for this, and I interpret it, and then now this is on. So when I was in San Miguel, I couldn't get easels, so I painted on brown craft paper, and then I used heavy gesso. And this is a 35 millimeter camera format. So I was allowed, and I think what happened was, subconsciously, I thought the materials aren't that good, so I don't have to worry about ruining it. So I became much freer, I think, and so, and
That's
then.
what I realized sometimes with my work, when you don't work on expensive things, the work is so much more freer and fluid.
Yeah.
Because subconsciously you always have that, this is a very expensive
Right.
thing, I can make a mistake.
Right. Well, the video that I talked to that fellow, he said, you have to practice. So practice on great materials, So this is, and then this also is also from a music video, and
that one.
and then it's the same type of wrapping paper that I did on that, and that's another version. And then the swimmers, here in this case, sometimes from the photograph I'll do, a printmaking.
Oh, is this like from your son?
Yeah, this is from I made this series from when he was in the swim team, and I was shooting pictures of it. So here, that one is that over there, and I found out that she was kind of distracting, so I eliminated her in the process of that. And the same thing, this is also the same,
really cool.
the same instance that happened. So these are all, and then I'll take one subject and just keep on making variations of it. Did
you paint this?
Yeah, that's a gouache. So this is on just paper. And this is a printmaking, and this is a print, and then you come back later on and add color to it, make another print, and this is the drawing. So it's a whole series of these. This one here, let me show you the photograph. I'll bring it over. So this is a series. I look at him. He's got his collar up, pompadour. He looks like he's not really too happy.
No.
So I did this drawing of him, and I said, this is good, but I don't know if this is really where I want to go. I want to go something that's a little more expressive. So I did this one over here. So it's a lot looser, but it has a feeling. There's something, and it's really interesting. You can still see it, even though it's not really, detailed. And so also this here is the brothers. I call them brother because
it came from that?
Yeah, it came from here. So here's this.
Is it these two?
Yeah, these two, yeah.
Wow.
So you see.
That's amazing.
And again, he's part of this thing. So, and then what happened was I was painting. I have another piece here. Let me just pull it out. Of the two brothers, is that this one I have inside this. So here I did this study, color study on paper.
Yeah.
This is where he comes out looking really angry, And then after I did that, I did this drawing. So it's a whole series.
Oh, wow. And do you always keep all of these?
I have because I have been working on the series, so it's all part of. And I don't know, people are really moved by this, you know. So, and this, you know, this eventually leads to. But each one of them is different, you know. There's a difference between these. So it's a whole.
They're still like they're all like related, you know?
Yeah, and it's a process of doing this. So anyway, so when I was painting in Mexico, one of the people that I was staying with said, they look like brothers. You know? So I call them brothers, but it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, just, and then I do a lot of pastel underneath, and I just like the way the pastel looks, so I left it. It's just part of the process, you know? And sometimes I'll come back with water, and the water will add some dripping to it, you know? And then what happened was, when I did this, I ran out of room for him. And I went, oh, God, I gotta do it over again. And I thought, well, you know what? There's something about the compression that's really nice. And the two of them, they look like they know each other because they're right next to each other, but they're comfortable. They're comfortable being with each other, you know?
You know, when I first saw this, what I thought was like the people that built like the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I got. And it made me feel
similar.
like the backstory was like they were kind of rebel, like they weren't getting paid, and they weren't getting paid the correct wage, and they wanted to rebel, but they didn't. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I got. But that's so funny. That's kind of like a similar scenario.
Well, it's really interesting is you create a narrative.
Yeah.
You saw that and you created a narrative from it, which I think is, you know, I find that's really, really interesting. And then this is this picture of this August Sander who shot this in 1931. And when I saw her picture, this is in a newspaper, a German newspaper. When I was in Germany, I saw this and I know his work, so I recognized it right off the bat. And I said, God, you know, and this, in German, this says, stay cool.
Stay cool.
So, you know, I thought, she looked really contemporary, you know? It's 9 years old. And, you know, she's got the cigarette. And so then I did this version. I actually did another version where the dress was blue. Because I just really like the way this kind of works, you know, with it, you know, and it has just enough information, meaning enough shadow, not detailed, but just enough to let you know what's going on there.
Yeah.
And again, the hand looks like it's not.
I love how you portray like the tension in the fingers.
Yeah, and she's got this real personality, you know. She's very, very confident. But yet, my painting isn't really an exact copy. It's another interpretation. I just love the way this background. Someone said it looks like one of those French Renaissance, or I should not say Renaissance, like a Rococo period, one of those, you know, but a modern version of it.
I love how you're able to capture like the body language and, you know, the emotion within it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. This is, you know, and this one is from a music video that I actually did. Here, let me show you. This is the one I did in Europe that I couldn't bring. I couldn't bring with me, and I wanted to do another version of it. So in Photoshop, I saw this music video, and I liked the way she looked, and I made a drawing, so I kind of connected them together in Photoshop. So that's what made me come up with something like this.
You know who that reminds me of? Joan Crawford.
Ah,
I love
okay.
her peak when she was like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so youthful and beautiful.
yeah.
There's like that assertiveness, kind of like leave me alone.
Mhm,
You know?
yeah.
I love how you're able to capture that.
So it's a whole process of doing these things, and it changes from every one.
I love that. Oh, this is great work.
And as I said, and it's really interesting. I see a lot of videos all the time about artists. I love David Hockney, and he was talking about a painting he did of a pool. And I know all this paintings, but when he said that, I said, wait a second, I have a painting of a pool. So, and this is oil stick in here, so it allows me to kind of draw, you know.
And that's part of this swimmer series, right?
Yeah, yeah. So in the gallery in Mexico City, there's a section of the floor, it's about this deep, that has glass. It's about this long.
Wow.
So the curator wants me to do something with it. It's a challenge for you. So I think I'm going to put the pool in there.
Yeah,
You know?
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The flag and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Tariq Talk. Follow Tariq Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online. This is Tariq Talk. Your host, Tariq Mendez, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tariq Talk.
Well, basically, this whole series is titled The Journey Home Through the Spirit of the Ancestors. And most of the participants were women of color, indigenous women, and with an exception of Jay, my colleague, who we interacted with quite a lot. So what I was doing in all the series is that I was inviting them to have a conversation. And we also did visualization. And so what you see here is what came out. So these are the hands of the women, and they also contributed something that would go onto the word, such as, that's a claw from Christiana's grandmother. And this is site-specific, so there's dirt, from the parking lot in Jersey. And these are ashes of letters that I wrote to my mother and grandmother. So we were having a conversation, for example. So all the works are conversations that took place between myself and, the women. And what was important for me as well is the emotion, like what was showing up. What shows up for you now that when you look at the work. Yeah.
That's beautiful. This reminds me of like auras,
Yeah.
Like being able to like touch an energy and like, I don't know, like the spirit of the body in a way. And that's what I got when I first started work. It reminded me of like knowing your ancestors and being going through a hard time with rewind and then, I'm asking for help and you guys can light in a specific moment. So that's very funny that this is what came out to me because, wow, it's beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I'm really excited.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Tariq Talk. Follow Tariq Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online.